walked into the room and she said, "Hey, babe, we need to talk." Now, us men know when a woman says they need to talk to us, usually it's a mess that we don't want to hear, but she was my queen, so I lended her my ear. I said, "My dear, what's good?" She said, "I'm late." I said, "Do you need to take me somewhere or something?" She said, "No." She said, "No, I'm late." So I said, "Oh, great." So now we at the Walgreens picking up all the clear blue Yeezys, and in my mind I have the heebie-jeebies, and my heart is pounding off the Yeezy because I'm not ready to be a dad. I mean, I grew up around positive male role models, but a true father was something that I never had. And I'm thinking, how can I be something I never experienced myself? So now we're back at the house, and she's on the toilet peeing, and I'm in the room praying, and now we both waiting to see if our future lives will forever be intertwined through our DNA, which will grow to be our seed, which will raise to be our child and likeness of us. Y'all know how it is. One line for no, two lines for yes. And then, y'all, we had two, and everything was cool because the initial excitement was exciting, and the whole family was invited about the life. I even contemplated making her my new wife, and her stomach begins to grow when I felt like a man the first time I felt my baby keep my hand, like it was yesterday, with the doctor's office. We found out we were having a little girl, and there she was on that screen. She was in her mother's womb, and she was bouncing up and down like a basketball. And then the fall came, and everything started to change, and my mind started to rearrange, and I began to act strange because I felt like I was losing myself. I mean, I couldn't hang out with my boys. I had to turn down that noise. Y'all mean to tell me I had to get a real job? See, I felt like I was losing myself, and I began to wander. I wandered from my responsibilities. I wandered from my relationship. I wandered away from her. I wandered away from myself. And I lost track of my mission. And I became emotionally cold. And I cheated. And it must have been her woman's intuition, because she came into the house and she was heated, and she said, "Troy, is this something that you need to tell me?" And I was like, "Oh, man." And she said, Troy, is this something that you need to tell me?" And I was like, damn, she knows. So I started lying and ducking, and she started crying and cussing, and we started fighting and fussing and pushing and shoving. And they say after the arguing comes to good loving, but sometimes it leads to hospital visits. See, sometimes you can have reconstructive dental surgery, and somebody should just murder me because I'm long because alive. I felt like I lost my woman and my unborn child in the same swing of the bat. So I begged and I pled and I begged and I pled, baby, please take me back. And being the good Christian she is, she did. And a few months passed, we're in the hospital, she's giving birth, and I can see why this is one of the greatest gifts that God has put on this earth. And in late March, my daughter was born, but the demons were still inside of me. It's like I had it all. I had a beautiful woman, a healthy little girl, but I still felt torn. It was like my attitude and demeanor only got worse. I felt like I had been stricken with this generational curse because no one in my family has ever celebrated anything more than a 5-year anniversary. See, I was never able to completely give them all of me. Never turned out to be the father that I could be or that I should be. And eventually, being the strong black woman she is, she left. And I never had no reason to blame her because she only deserved the best. And a few months passed, and now she has a new boyfriend. And for her, I want to be happy, but I can't because my daughter has called this man daddy. That damn near drove me crazy. I almost lost my mind. I almost committed a crime. But what hurt the most is that I knew that I put myself in this situation. See, the only thing that comes easy is masturbation, and I would never, and I always did plenty things just to get back at her, like not pick up my daughter or not give her any money, because that's how I would vent my frustrations until God gave me this revelation that the only person that I was hurting was her, my daughter, that is. And this pointless bickering between me and her mother was so pointless that I realized I am not my father. I don't have to be a deadbeat. I can be a good dad to my daughter. I can love her unconditionally. See, I never want her to have the same type of relationship that I have with my biological, because dad was never in my vocabulary. I love the little girl from her feet to her capillaries, and I don't give a fuck about child support because they can take 20% of my salary. There is no amount of money that's worth the relationship I have with my daughter. I love that little girl. And she is my sunshine. So whenever she comes around, her now 5-year-old little voice, I have a single song for y'all. Help me out. The sun came out and dried up all the rain.
That was high.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah.